Hi, my name is Lisa Williams. I'm with Shekinah Ranch, and we're here today at the Montgomery Soil and Water Conservation District. And our guest for the day is Mr. Jeremy Hugler. And we're just going to let him tell you a little bit about what he's going to talk about today.
Thanks, Lisa. I'm Jeremy Hugler, District Technician with Montgomery Soil and Water Conservation District. And I'm going to do a brief tour here of the rain gardens that we built on site on our property here to catch rain runoff and provide wildlife habitat and improve our water quality. And we're going to explain how it could benefit homeowners on their properties as well. So we're going to start with a smaller of two rain gardens that we built on the property here. This is the first rain garden that we built. It receives runoff from about a third of the roof of our office building. That we used a PVC pipe to outlet the downspouts from the roof into this rain garden. The difference with a rain garden versus a normal garden is it's more depressional in shape, where it's lower than the ground around it, instead of like a traditional flower bed or landscaping area which might be raised up. This has a depressional shape so that the roof runoff runs into the rain garden, and it is collected there and allowed to soak into the ground over time. Now, in a dense urban environment with a lot of houses in a small area, a rain garden on each property would collect the stormwater runoff and allow it to soak into the ground more, instead of it all running directly into the storm sewer system, which goes straight to our streams and rivers without any treatment or filtration. And so the benefit of a rain gardens in an urban environment would be to improve our water quality in our streams and rivers, as well as providing wildlife habitat for butterflies and bees and other pollinators, small mammals and birds as well. The way these were constructed is we did some shallow excavation and brought in some sand and topsoil to make a good infiltration area for the roof water. And then the plants were planted and mulch added. It's important to select plants for a rain garden that can tolerate wet feet or wet conditions for 1 to 2 days as the water is stored in the rain garden and as it soaks into the ground. And just like with the normal landscape element or flower bed, you know, rocks and other features like that can be added as well. And small trees such as like the bald cypress and willow trees and like river birch can be added also. Anything that can tolerate wet conditions for up to a couple days. And with that, we're going to go look at the second larger rain garden we built on the property. This is the larger of the two rain gardens we have on the property. This one receives more of the roof runoff. About half of our office building roof drains into this rain garden. So it was built a little bit larger and a little bit deeper to hold that roof runoff. It was built in the same manner with a pipe running out to it from the downspouts off of the building. And we did add some rocks around the edges on this one to help control erosion around the edges. This one also was built with sand and topsoil in the bottom of it to allow water to soak in better. That is important if the rain garden is going to be built in an area that has a high clay content in the soil. It takes some soil amendments, some sand and topsoil to help with the infiltration of the water soaking into the ground. A similar type of plants, mostly native wildflowers, shrubs, and river birch in this rain garden that can handle wet feet for 1 to 2 days. As far as maintenance of a rain garden, it's adding some mulch each year or as needed, replacing any plants that die, keeping the downspout system that flows into it, keeping that open if it gets clogged in any way. As far as any mosquito concerns with the rain garden, they're designed to dry up after a couple of days, so a properly designed and constructed rain garden should not pose any mosquito issues because they won't have time to go through their life cycle before the wetland or the rain garden area dries up.
Jeremy, what about a real wet spring? I mean, are there any problems with overflow into a person's backyard or anything of that nature?
They will, if a rain garden is full. That is a site consideration to think about. Once it's full, if we get more wet weather, where the water will go. The thing to think about is, where the water would have gone before without the rain garden, and making sure that doesn't change, so that you're not causing a flow of water where it would not have normally gone before. But they still help in that regard because the first rainfall was stored in the rain garden instead of just running across the ground and into a storm sewer system. So they still help with the volume of water that's being sent downstream towards our streams and rivers, because it's being held in place and allowed to soak into the ground.
So on June 7th at Judge Fisher Park in Jefferson Township, we're having an agriculture workshop, and Jeremy, you'll be presenting on rain gardens. What are 3 areas that would be included in your information, so that people who may want to come, who are homeowners or landowners, can plan to learn something about this rain garden program?
Well, one, we're going to talk about site selection, how to find a good place to build a rain garden, considering the impacts it would have on the site and what might need to be done to build a rain garden in a location. 2, we're going to talk about how a rain garden is built, the materials and labor involved, and the construction methods and equipment that might be needed to build a rain garden. And 3, we're going to talk about maintenance, year-to-year maintenance of a rain garden, what things to consider and what might be needed to keep the rain garden performing as it was originally designed.
Wow, and you have a book in your hand about the look of some rain gardens, don't you?
Yes, this is a rain garden manual for homeowners. We'll be bringing
Let's move it just around so we're out of this. There you go, out of the sun.
We'll be bringing a number of these to the workshop to hand out to homeowners.
And that's kind of a how to do it booklet?
Yes.
So those are some pretty flowers in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they look very, very good in the spring and summer when everything's blooming.
And so what happens in the fall and winter?
Just like with the normal landscape area or flower bed as things die back. That's a maintenance thing to consider, is just trimming and tidying up, and as things go dormant over the winter or the fall and winter.
So this is Jeremy. We're here at the Montgomery County Soil and Water District, and we want to invite you out to the Shekinah Agriculture Workshop on June 7th at Judge Fisher Park. And if you have any questions or want to register, you can call 937-422-6029. We look forward to seeing you.